Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Erorr404 replay. Spawn on the top right side as the Orange Empire, we have GeTreKt. Spawn on the right side as the Yellow Allies, we have Erorr404. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Cyan Empire of BoondockSaint. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Magenta Empire, we have 25Delta. Spawn on the left side as the Green Allies, we have Aladdin24. Spawn on the top left side as the Blue Soviets, we have THC Snip3r. Howdy, I just saw your YouTube comments. We're doing now these Dojo cores advancing forward in the center map, trying to claim up this oil derrick. This Dojo core is sitting up near this oil derrick. We got some bears making their way out to sea. A sea bear attack. What's up? Dojo core now being set on up, trying to collect up some of this oil. Bear heading down south. Howdy. Got the dogs advancing next to each other. More dogs. Yellow's dog will escape on through. This Dojo core is trying to get some damage, trying to run over some of these Imperial warriors. Does go down there to the tank buster. We got Orange's Dojo core here trying to crush these bears. Does get to the bears there. Imperial warrior gets a bonsai charge, slicing through these flak troopers. And does take out the bear in mutual destruction there. Does get some severe damage onto the bear. Does not take out the bear. Over here, do have these dogs now in the sea. Over here, we do got a sea dog. And Dojo core looks like it has been sold off there. Got yellow doggy there. Another doggy there. And Magenta has maintained securing that oil derrick. Nobody's captured this oil derrick just yet, so Blue maybe I need to recapture it now. Something got killed off over here. I'm not so sure what it was. I've got a big wave of peacekeepers there. Imperial warriors advancing forward. Does get some good damage there onto that Imperial warrior. We do have, looks like these oil derricks are seeing a bit of fire. Sorry, your comment's a little bit incomplete. What do you only have 5 subs? You now have the Imperial warrior now seeing a bit of fire. Does go down to the peacekeepers. Dog does get killed off there, making the ATF proud. Black trooper inside of the ore refinery line. This ore collector now seeing a bit of fire there. Does have some flak troopers in this region. Has maintained capture or has captured up the oil derrick there. I think that Dojo core went down there. Your warrior over here. And now do have these Mecha Tengus receiving the damage there, being infected as well. Do now have the sickle dumping on way, voiding the honorable discharge, and the ore collector has been retested in line. Do now have these tank busters here. There is a sudden transport there, which suddenly makes its escape. Mecha Tank is trying to pursue. That is, of course, a Magenta unit, I believe. Not a Cyan unit. You got these paws moving around. You got these Jet Tangus flying about. Over here, we got the dog going on down. That's all of these wall segments there. We do now have the ore collector receiving a bit of fire there. Multi-gunner turret setting on up. Does get a bit of honorable discharge there. The Tengu falling back, receive it. Damage does go down to the fresh bullfrog. Got Tengus advancing on north. This is still the sudden transport. Yeah, I got this ore refinery core there. Does get ambushed there. Receiving mass amounts of fire. Needs to focus on that ore refinery core. Does take it out there. Get out these tank busters push way forward. Just get some good damage there onto these Mecha Tengus there. We do have the MCV moving around. Over here we do now have the Jet Tengus flying down south or that way. We do now got the tank busters and Sickle trying to stop this Dojo from blowing out a engineer. Sickle does jump away, very nice. Tank, Hammer Tank trying to go for crush there. We do have him right in front of the treads of the Imperial engineer. Does not get it stopped there. Does capture the oil derrick. You could quickly focus down the oil derrick there. If he kills off the oil derrick, it won't receive much income from it, so it'll be a net loss. And these tank busters will take out that hammer tank there. Getting a number of tank busters here for defense. Up here we do have the Apollos. We're seeing a bit of fire there. We do have these jet Tengus flying about. Over here we got these Imperial Warriors along the line. Down south we got this Multigun turret setting on up. And we got the, looks like 3 Apollos, 1 Vindicator there. We got the, looks like this Mega Tango has been infected there. Does focus it down there, destroying the Terror Drone side. And now we have an airfield here, which will allow him to repair up his teammates' ore collector there. Unusual way to detect it, but that's one way. Bear does not get a roar off there. Flak troop or console advance forward. You get easily gunned down. Throws a Molotov, not exactly that effective. And the Doja course does go down there. Hammer tanks seeing a bit of fire there. Bear being dropped on in. Doesn't get any roars off there. And now these Think Busters going to be camped by a bear. He's ready to need their helmet hats. Mechatingus being focused down. And those are Mechatingus, not sudden transports. I don't know why I was thinking of sudden transports for a moment. Apollo's now making their way down south. Got a bit of damage there. Now got these Apollos flying back home. Over here we do have Conscript seeing a bit of fire there. We do have this Soviet engineer that does get inside the Bullfrog. Maybe we just want to launch it over here. That Bullfrog's quite damaged. Bear's being focused down there. You could probably destroy some of these walls up there with a multi-gun turret for the time being. And south in the middle, we do have, looks like a power shot and power shot there, freezing down a couple of Guardian tanks there and a multi-gun turret there. Green does have a good number of these Peacekeepers. That's got the multi-gun turrets there. Not going for a big crush movement. His teammate does use point defense drones. Giving these Guardian tanks a little bit extra health. The other armor facility not being deployed on the field. All this infrastructure is going down. Does get a fully automatic multi-gun turret there. Getting some great damage there. Now using rhetorical fuel. His teammate does drop on in with these Mechatangus. Getting some great damage there on all those Peacekeepers. Multi-gun turret still firing away. They want to be de-garrisoned to get the missiles fired against these vehicles. And everything does go down there. Green has hold, but does lose quite a bit there. Tracker VX is advancing on forward. And a couple of these Apollos are going down. We do now have the Tsunami tank. We've seen a bit of fire. Got multiple Tsunami tanks here. Up north, we've got these jet Tengus flying about. Low forces here and there. All of them just sort of just posturing, defending, getting ready for another attack. Up here, we do have orange. Those looks a jet Tengu there. Blue has a small force here, but so does orange. Magenta now bringing back his big swarm of jet Tengus flying about. Ready to jump on in. Is there any Striker VXs on the way? Maybe 1 or 2. Chopper being pushed. We do have some Chopper VXs from the other player now advancing forward. Gets good damage there on these Tsunami tanks who are trying to run away. We've got some Bullfrogs by his teammate and some Apollos here. We've got a big assault by all 3 players on this northern player. Yellow's trying to rotate up there with a big number of javelin troops there. We've got some dual-wielding hammer tanks now. Does take out 1 dual-wielding hammer tanks. Only 1 dual-wielding hammer tank remaining. Well, does get transformed there, trying to get some good damage on in. Does have a multi-gun turret here. His teammate has deployed out some multi-gunner IFVs here. Does freeze down 1 of the jet Tengus. And now the multi-gun turret will be frozen down. Let's get shattered there. We do now the armor facility does going down. Got a bit of damage there. Does take out some of these multi-gunner IFVs. They're the only thing remains for orange. Not sure what orange's MCVs maybe at. There it is. Pulling out Naval Yard and a Defender Corps. Anyone get out power plant or 2, but it's probably going to lose this very soon. We do now have a barrage tank here to support out his teammate. He needs to get that force over here. He's losing some more of these infrastructure. Down south or mid, we do have Cyan advancing forward, hitting green hard. Though green is holding the line, but can't really deal with the air forces right now. Some javelin or some of these tank busters getting some good damage on in as well. The MCV's prone to being killed off. Trying to build out something big. I'll just start a refinery for right here. I think what it was canceled out. One thing was actually deployed out of the field. teammate's Striker VXs does get some good damage there. That doesn't do better hit the vehicles, not the infantry. I suppose the infantry is all that remains though. Now all that remains is infantry. Now everything all remains is now infantry. For real this time. Orange has a lot of expansions down the field. He's going for more naval force, has paired defender cores. He needs some more power plants. Hammer takes a push way forward, leeching down some of these multi-gunner turrets. Now we've got a good number of Mirage tanks here. If he gets some kills on the Mirage there, his teammate does use the Emperor's Rage onto them. Does lose one of the Mirage tanks, but does take out everything else. Even a veteran and elite Mirage tank. Over here we do have, looks like a bit of harassment there from these Mecha Tengus. Up here we've got another naval yard and ore firing by Orange. Just suspicious trees and rocks there, nothing much. Chopper VXs, good number of Jet Tengus there. Sign has a decent ground force as well. And now I've got this ore collector receiving a bit of fire as well. Starting to back on off and avoiding additional damage. Good number of Mirage tanks here. Got a handful of Flak Troopers here, but Flak Troopers are not so great for some Mirage tanks. Mirage tanks do decently well versus infantry. Teammate has full out multi-gun turret there to save him from these Mecha Tengus. Both those Mecha Tengus have gone down. They got a Cryo Blast or Cryo Shot being deployed on field. Got a Athena Cannon deployed on them as well. Got another Cryo Blast being deployed on field. Or is that full Cryo Cannon? A little bit close, I think it's more Cryo Blast. Does get a freeze down on one of those Mirage tanks there. I think he does have a Mirage Cannon. Yes, it's the fully heroic one that has the Mirage Cannon. Or a Prism Cannon, I should say. Now I got the fully heroic Hammer Tank with Prism Cannon there. It does become Athena Cannon as well. Best turn off the Leech Wing on the Athena Cannon one. Best keep the Prism Cannon there on Leeching as well, like he is. He does lose the Prism Cannon one. The Athena Cannon hasn't fired yet with the Athena Cannon. There we go. Now you realize he has Athena Cannon. His cash bounty on those structures as well. What on earth is Orange's infrastructure? Sorry, I just saw that mini-map and I got really confused, like, what is all that? Orange is now deployed out Psionic Decimator. He does have a couple of naval yards as well. He may want to go for a whole bunch of tsunami tanks to go onto land and support his teammates. Yellow's getting gutted right now. Cyan's doing a good job with his advance. It's significant damage there. Magenta has a small reserve of defenses. Starting to nano-deflect, advancing on forward. Does get a sentry gun deployed on the field as well. That's gonna kill there on the Mirage tank, and there we do have a nice flanking Prism tank there, gains good damage onto these infantry forces. Does have a Prism cannon there, but does hold back Cyan's assault for now. Blue, however, has gutted Yellow. What does Yellow have left? MCV's right there. Does have a power plant. Will have one less ore refinery. Has an oil derrick. I wonder what economy he has left. Yellow, I believe, yeah, this is Yellow. Yellow has 8,000 credits in the bank, so he can rebuild. Orange has a lot of infrastructure on the field, including now some Shogun battleships. Here, Shogun battleships providing him broadside. He may want to get out some sea wings, help provide some anti-aircraft escort. Although Yari mini subs wouldn't hurt as well, just maintain minimum range escort. Oh, Cyan got completely knocked out of the game? I was not paying attention to that. Cyan's completely out of the game. I thought Cyan had a bit more infrastructure. Yellow has very little left. Do not get these Shogun battleships can provide some shore bombardment. And they had trouble there, trying to leech down Yari mini subs. What weapon does Shogun battleships give hammer tanks? I have no idea. Hopefully it's not a whole turret. I know if you get a leech down a aircraft carrier, you get a single-use aircraft carrier drone. Ooh, this heroic Athena cannon could go down. I think I was frozen earlier. And a bit of trouble with shore bombardment at the moment. Blue's cleaving to this base. Yellow has expanded down here, very nice. Blue is eyeing to expand into his opponent's base, apparently. This was Blue's base up here. Yellow does pull out a multi-gun turret there, hitting Blue's construction yard. He needs to pull out a barracks, so I'll get out engineered for repairs. Or just abandon that region. We have a reactor deployed out in the field. We got a lot of bears out at sea. Best way to stop the sea bears from attacking is to draw a circle. We got a tower core, a defender, wave force defender core. Does take out that power plant there. Shogun battleships hitting these tsunami tanks. Orange is now low in power. He may want to sell off something. He's going to get hit. More power plants getting hit. That's even before the wave force tower even deployed on the field. So that's not a good position right now. Trying to leech down these Shogun battleships, getting some great health regen. And let's see what weapon he gets. He has a terror drone there. And he gets an Apocalypse tank cannon. That looks like an Apocalypse tank cannon. Let's keep an eye on it. Oh no, it does fire a full Shogun battleship volley. It has the same model as Apocalypse tank cannon, but it has that Shogun battleship barrage. It may not have the same range, but does have the orange effect like if it was heroic, because he is heroic. The prism cannon doesn't really have that effect, but either way. Got a lot of sequence here, though they're pretty small right now. Blue still has an ore refinery there. It has some income coming on in. I'm not sure where his MCV may have went. He may have lost his MCV. Yeah, I think Blue actually lost his MCV, so he's just down to his ore refinery. It's better to make sure he doesn't lose that. Him staying in the game is actually probably a good idea, so he can micro that force. It's not very good at microing his force. Does lose all those prism tanks there. Or mirage tanks, I should say. Got an aircraft carrier, getting some sorties. Yellow is starting to blow out his navy. Does have this expansion. Did he never lost this one? Must have lost that one, right? That has to be recently rebuilt, right? Orange is low in power. 6 seconds remaining on the Cyanic Decimator. That could, well, decimate a single army. The Shogun battleship hammer tank is right here. Final squadron being put on the field. Probably just level 1. Does take out the Chopper VX there. Tsunami tank, all that remains. It does get a good hit there on the Sonic Decimator. Or still has economy coming on in. Has at least 2 refineries, though this one's down 6,000 credits. More power generators here, and now the Sonic Decimator is ready for firing. Let's keep an eye on it. We have an army here. Oh, he uses it somewhere. Right there. Sorry, I missed it. But does get some good infrastructure damage. Does some much better targets, but of course, that may not be scouted out. If we turn on Fog of War, this is what they see over there, so they don't see all those airfields. So that may have been the best target they would be able to see.
VX, all systems green.
We're doing all the sea wings now moving around. Orange has expanded out over here. Tank Buster Ambush. Is it Sleeper Ambush? Tank Buster Ambush? I always forget the exact name. Tank Buster Surprise? Sleeper Ambush. It is Sleeper Ambush. It's Terror Drone Surprise, not Tank Buster Surprise. It's more or less the same thing, right? Do now have the Sea Wings engaging on in, get some good damage there onto these pyrocopters, taking them all out. He does have good anti-aircraft escort for all of his Shogun battleships. There are currently 4 of them here. And also getting some good damage there. They're going to get overrun by a bunch of bears and vindicators. I think the bears could have easily handled that. Didn't need to use all those bombs. Does have 3 airfields here. And those are sentry bombers. I love seeing sentry bombers, because you don't really see them all too often. Magenta has some Yari mini subs here. Going to need a lot more Yari mini subs. We do now have all bears trying to assault these Shogun battleships, forcing Sea Wings to take flight. The Sky Wings are getting some great damage on them because they have more of an anti-infantry weapon. And does go ahead and ram that Yari mini sub. Did not stand a chance. Do not have that Warfighter going down. There goes that Riptide. Excuse me. Do not have these hydrofoils there. Good escort as well. The escort the hydrofoils in particular. Nothing in particular like those aircraft carriers. Shogun battleships will now be able to take out this Navy Yard no problem, and maybe a shore bombardment in this region. Armor facility. Now we're seeing quite a bit of damage there. Sentry bombers coming in. There could be great collateral damage onto these Shogun battleships. Does get some good damage there. Does finish off one with the final voyage. Sea Wings getting some damage there. Got fresh sentry bombs there. It may be a good idea to split up the sentry bombers against multiple targets, so you don't exactly overkill them. There's a good chance you get a lot of overkill there. Does get some splash damage there on those Sea Wings. Sentry bomber does escape out of there. Does get another Shogun battleship. Erorr404's getting some good shore bombardment there. You may not be aware of these airfields. Just that was 4 sentry bombers dead on the deck. And I think there was also a peacekeeper load up in one of them as well. Or that may have been just the one that came out of the airfield and got killed off himself. But losing all those sentry bombers, holy crap. You know, Final Squadron being put on the field. It looks like Final Squadron X, the level 2 one, whatever exactly it's called. Get some good damage here on the aircraft carrier. Striker VX advance forward, does get the weapons jam, and does pick up on the hydrofoil there with his own corpse. Takes out a refinery there. Got another wave of Shogun battleships there. He does lose his Shogun battleship, probably to the Vindicators. And now it looks like this Magenta is back in the game, gave all the infrastructure to Green. Now he has 2 factions of technology. Red's Silent Decimator still has 2 minutes remaining. And Green does back up the game now. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.